My husband's ex-wife died and left him everything, including custody of the kids I've been raising for 5 years. When Tom told me Linda was gone, I thought we'd finally have peace. Those kids, Emma and Jake, had been living with us every other weekend since we got married, but now they were ours full-time, and honestly, I was excited. I'd been buying them school supplies, taking them to soccer practice, helping with homework while their mom barely showed up to games. The funeral was weird. Tom cried more than I'd seen in our whole relationship. Emma kept asking when mom was coming back, and Jake just sat there staring. I held their hands during the service, thinking about how we'd need bunk beds and a bigger car. 2 days later, Tom got a call from Linda's lawyer. She'd left everything to Tom in her will: the house, her savings, her car, even custody. But here's the thing nobody expected. She also left a letter explaining why. Tom read it out loud while the kids were at school. I know I wasn't the best mom. I know you guys gave them stability I couldn't, but I need them to understand something about their real father. My stomach dropped. Real father? Tom went white as paper. Turns out Linda had been lying for 6 years. Tom wasn't Emma and Jake's biological dad. Some guy named Ryan from her college was. She'd been getting child support from Tom this whole time, knowing he wasn't their father. The letter had DNA test results tucked inside, proving everything. Tom just sat there holding the papers, not saying anything. I asked if he was okay, and he said, "I don't know what I am anymore." The kids came home an hour later asking about dinner like nothing had changed. That night, Tom couldn't sleep. He kept saying, "They're not mine. I've been raising someone else's kids." I reminded him that biology doesn't make you a dad, love does. But he was already pulling away from them, and I could see it happening. The next week, Tom started looking up this Ryan guy online, found his Facebook, his job, everything. He was married with 2 kids of his own in another state. Tom called him out of nowhere and told him about Emma and Jake. Ryan freaked out, said Linda never told him, that he'd been wondering why she disappeared after college. Within a month, Ryan and his wife drove down to meet the kids. Emma and Jake were confused but curious. They liked Ryan okay, but they kept asking when Tom was coming back from his work trip. See, Tom had basically moved into the guest room and stopped doing bedtime stories or weekend pancakes. Ryan's wife was nice enough, but she kept talking about how the kids would love their new siblings and how they'd need to learn family rules. I wanted to scream that these kids already had a family. They had Tom, they had me, they had a whole life here. The breaking point came when Tom told me he thought the kids should go live with Ryan. "It's better for everyone," he said. "They'll have their real dad, and we can start over." I asked him if he'd lost his mind. These kids called him daddy for 5 years. I'd been their stepmom, driving them to play dates and bandaging scraped knees. But Tom was done. He said keeping them would be living a lie. So last week, Ryan came to pick up Emma and Jake for good. They cried and begged to stay. Emma asked why Tom didn't want them anymore. He couldn't even look at her when he said goodbye. After they left, Tom seemed relieved. He started talking about us taking a vacation, maybe getting a dog, like nothing had happened, like we hadn't just destroyed 2 kids who thought we were their family. I looked at him and realized I didn't recognize the man I married. So I filed for divorce yesterday. Told him if he could throw away 5 years of being a father over some DNA test, then he could throw away our marriage too. The kids are calling me every night from Ryan's house, asking when they can come home.